Hello friends. So today in this video we are trying to see the demonstration of a parent waiting for a specific child process, and we are trying to terminate the child process in both cases abnormally and normally, and we are also trying to print the type of this termination. Okay, that is the signal, whatever the signal number is there while termination. So we are trying to print that signal number over there. Okay, so let me just go through this program and try to explain what we are doing over here. So initially, as we can see over here, so we are trying to create a child process. You know very well that the fork function, the fork system call is used to create a child process over here. Okay, and if the fork creates the PID, which is equal to 0, that means the child process has been successfully generated. Okay, and initially the parent process will be executed. So when the parent process is executed, and if we want a parent process to wait for a child process to execute successfully, so it is necessary for a parent process to call this wait function. Okay, as you can see over here, the parent process is calling this wait function. That means whenever a parent is starting its execution, it initially, the parent process prints the process PID, that is PID and the child PID. Okay, and it is waiting now for a child to complete its execution. So when the control moves over here to the child process, that is, here you can see now the control has been moved to the child process. When the child process is running, we have two functionalities over here, exit and abort. Exit is the function which normally terminates your child process, and the signal generated, the signal which is intimated to the parent is 0 at that moment, right? The status of the process ID will be 0. If it is anything apart from 0, that means it is a abnormal termination. Okay, so initially we will execute this program with the normal termination, and if you want to execute it for abnormal termination, you can just comment this exit and uncomment this abort functionality. Okay, so initially we can just try to execute this program with the normal termination. That's, I think so, 7. Okay, let me just execute it. Okay, we are compiling it here and let me execute it. So you can just see here the status, the exit status, it is showing it as what? 0. That means it is a normal termination. The signal's status is shown as 0 over here. Okay, so you can see here, initially the parent process has started its execution, and the control is switched to child process. The child process is running and the child process is terminated normally. That is why the status is reflected over here as 0. Okay. So let me just quickly change this. We can now comment this exit and we will uncomment this abort. Okay. After doing any changes to the program, it's necessary for me to save it and compile it once again. Okay, let me compile it. And if you just run this program, you can see here the termination signal status has been changed. Initially it was 0, now it is 6. That means this is an abnormal termination, right? So here in this program, we are trying to demonstrate both normal termination and abnormal termination. Abort is a abnormal termination. That means we can call it as a forceful termination, what we are doing over here. Okay, and you can see here this is for your normal termination and this is for your abnormal termination. Okay, how to print your status, that is through this functionality we can just print the status over there. Okay, so this is wait exit status and wait termination status. Okay, so that is how we will be trying to print the status of the termination over there. Okay, so this is a simple demonstration to implement your seventh program, that is write a program to make a parent to wait for a specific child process and print the type of the termination. Type of the termination here are abnormal and normal. And abnormal termination, we are implementing it with the abort functionality, and normal termination, we are implementing it with the exit functionality, right? So the status, if this signal status is zero, we term it as normal termination. If anything apart from zero, we are terming it as the abnormal termination over here. Okay. So that's it for your seventh program. So we will see in the next video with your eighth program. Thank you.